Hi, I'm Lauren Perreault with RE/MAX Select in Portland and RE/MAX Riverside in Vancouver, Washington. I wanted to talk today a little bit about the escrow process and what that is. And it's scary. We agents just use the term in escrow and close escrow, and we don't stop to think that for a person who hasn't done it before, it might be a little nerve-wracking. So generally, the escrow officer is associated with a title company. In Southern California, they don't do that. They have separate title companies and separate escrows, but up here in the Pacific Northwest, it tends to be the same person. What title insurance does for you is make sure that no heirs to the estate or whatever are going to pop up out of the woodwork and say, wait a minute, that was my house. They didn't have the right to sell it. They make sure the seller has the right to sell it. The escrow officer handles all the paperwork to make sure that they get the money correctly from your lender or from you, and that they get the title correctly from the title company, and they turn over the title from the seller to the buyers. So they are the neutral third party that takes care of all the money and all the official legal paperwork to make the transfer of title. Escrow doesn't have to be scary. The escrow officer will ask you for some pieces of paper, like a statement of information, to make sure that they can make sure that your name, and let's say your name is Mary Jones, that you are the Mary Jones that has social security number blah blah blah, and not some other Mary Jones, because they want to make sure that you have a clear title to your house when you take it. They will also send you various pieces of paper to look at, such as the title report. I'll be reviewing those things too, but it's important that you do. They get the HOA documents for you, so that if there is an HOA in your home, they give you all the minutes and things like that, so that you can really make sure that you feel that the HOA is being well managed. And they basically, as I said, take care of the money transfers and the title transfer. We say you are in escrow the day after your contract is agreed to, that both sides have come to a mutual agreement and we have a fully ratified contract. Usually you have 3 days after that happens to get your money into escrow, your earnest money deposit. That's usually a small amount compared to the whole purchase price, but it's enough that the seller knows you have skin in the game. At that point, the escrow officer does their thing. Meanwhile, I'm helping you through all your inspections, etc., and your lender is working on the loan. The other things that happen during escrow are the appraisal comes in, and the appraisal, some bank sends the appraiser out to look at the property and see what it's worth and make sure they're not lending you too much money on this property. And then finally we get the loan paperwork into escrow for them to notarize when you sign it. Once your money is into escrow, your bank has agreed to give you the loan, the money all changes hands, and you are the new owner, and it's recorded with the county recorder office. At that point, we say escrow is closed and you are now the new owners. So escrow process is pretty simple. It's the process basically from when you have an agreed to contract to when you have title has been signed off and recorded with the county recorder office that the buyer is the new owner and the seller no longer has any claims to the property. The seller would then get their money sent from escrow company to their bank accounts. The buyer will get the papers to prove that they're the new owner, and everybody's happy, and we've had a nice smooth transaction. So escrow doesn't have to be scary, but I just did want to explain a little bit what the term in escrow means to you and what kind of things happen during escrow. So thanks for listening to this little video about escrow and what it's all about. If you have any questions about the buying process or selling process, please give me a call. My phone number is 503-683-1885, and it'll be on the slide right after this too. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.